be played only in the event of my death by assassination.
What you just heard were the final words of Harvey Milk. That audio recording was made just 10 days prior to Harvey Milk's assassination by a fellow politician. In the early 1970s, Milk and his partner, Scott Smith, moved to San Francisco. And in 1973, they used their last $1,000 to open up Castro Camera. This store became a polling station. It became a social center. It became a place of refuge for the gay community. The late 1960s and the early 1970s were an incredibly tumultuous time. In San Francisco, in 1971, 2,800 gay men were arrested for having consensual moments with their partners or with other men that they met. These men were arrested on morals charges, which required them to register as offenders. A number of conservative groups also took to the streets to protest gay rights. They drew up petitions, they lobbied, and they were responsible for a number of damages that occurred to gay people in the city as well. This was actually headed by Anita Bryant. She was an American singer and an anti-gay activist. California State Senator John Briggs even joined the cause. But what John Briggs and Anita Bryant didn't know is that these damaging campaigns brought the gays together, and it brought supporters into the street. In 1977, 17 gay candidates placed their names on that ballot. The gay population of San Francisco grew from 100,000 to 750,000 that year. And the Castro Village Association on Castro Street grew to 90 businesses. Election day, November 8th, 1977. He won by 30% of the vote. In his very first meeting with the mayor, he named himself the #1 queen. And they became quite good friends and allies. Together, they even successfully fought the Briggs Initiative, which I'll talk about in another video. On November 10th, 1978, just 10 months after they were sworn in, Dan White, also on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, resigned from his position. Half an hour before the press conference to announce Dan White's replacement, Dan White entered San Francisco City Hall. He did so by crawling through a basement window because he did not want to be noticed by the metal detectors. Both the mayor and Harvey Milk were assassinated. Dianne Feinstein actually found them. Dan White was convicted and sentenced to 7 2/3 years, but he was also told that with time served and good behavior, he'd be out in 5. He cried happy tears when he heard this verdict. He did serve just over 5 years, and he took himself out about 1.5 years after his release. There is a wonderful movie about Harvey Milk starring the amazing Sean Penn. I implore you to watch it and learn more about his life. The movie was filmed here in San Francisco, and I had the opportunity to be an extra on set. It was absolutely an amazing experience. I would like to share with you the very end of that last recorded tape.
Hope.